also have to know this. A lot of times we think that we don't play a part because we didn't do like the major damage. But sometimes our playing the part could be just what we allowed in the relationship.
Ooh.
I like it, I want it, I got it.
I charge my crystals in a full moon.
I want it, I got it.
I get everything I want because I attract.
Have you succeeded to get over a heartbreak before?
I have. I think that getting over heartbreak is more so doing the work.
Yeah.
A lot of people think that once you get out of a relationship, they don't want to feel the pain. They don't want to feel none of the emotions that come along with getting over the heartbreak. So they just automatically run to the next person.
Right.
Avoid feeling all that, and they think that once they feel better with the next person, oh, I'm healed, I'm cool.
Yeah.
But as time go on and you find yourself dealing with different people, the stuff that you didn't heal start to come back up again.
Yeah.
So eventually you have to do the work. There's no way around it. Or you're going to find yourself dating the same person over and over and over again until you do the healing.
If you are someone that's more like in tune with themselves, then if there's any type of emotion or something that comes up that is like a red flag to you, you would be like, like, did I act this way with my past person? Am I acting this way because of my past person, or that I wasn't fully healed, I'm not over the situation. Not necessarily not over the person, but you could be not over the situation or how maybe the person handled you in that relationship in the past. And a lot of times it's more or less something that happened to you in your childhood.
I think that's really the root of it though, like healing your childhood, because when you go into any relationship, you're going into it with that, but initially you think that, oh, this is the way I am.
Yeah.
It's not just the way you are.
Yeah.
Every way that you are, every trait that you have, it came from somewhere. It stemmed from some type of behavior you was around, some type of influence. It came from somewhere.
Yeah.
So I think, like you said, once you get in those relationships where it's more romantic, all those things start to arise and you see more of it.
You gotta be self-aware too. Like their personality just assume is who they are, and they never really question why they do what they do. These actions and these behaviors come from, but a lot of people don't question their behavior. They just assume it's how they are. But you have to sit back and really ask, like, what is authentically me and what is just a reaction to my circumstances?
Right. A lot of times we don't know.
Yeah.
So, like you said, we're not self-aware of it. We thinking, oh, this is how we are. And we keep functioning that way until we run into something that's going to make us self-reflect.
When she speaks on doing the work, the first thing is to become self-aware. You want to become aware of your behavior, of your actions, and your emotions. Like when it comes to, like, say this is your healing journey, on a day-to-day basis, you'll just become more mindful of how you feel throughout the day and what quote-unquote triggers you. So you'll know that, like, okay, I am triggered by this, or why did I act like that, or did this person remind me of such and such in the past, and that type of thing. You want to be aware, and you want to feel your emotions. A lot of people, like she said, jump from person to person because the next person makes you feel like alive, and it numbs whatever heartbreak or bad feelings you were feeling before you met this person. But all you're doing is just putting a band-aid on it and not necessarily healing the wound.
Right, and when you don't heal the wound, that's when you end up with anxiety, depression, and mental illness. Because because it's all those emotions built up that you never dealt with.
Yeah.
So you get to a point where your body is going to start to react, and it's going to put you through that anxiety state where it's just like you're anxious.
Yeah.
You don't know how to get out of it. You're just trying to find a way to figure out what's going on, because the whole time you're thinking, oh, I'm cool, I'm going to work every day, I'm hanging out with my friends, but your body is recognizing that you're not dealing with your emotions. It's definitely good to pace yourself and deal with your emotions and not let them build up, because once they build up, it gets bad, and sometimes, like I said, it's hard to come out of that state. A lot of times we think that we don't play a part because we didn't do like the major damage. But sometimes our playing the part could be just what we allowed in the relationship.
Ooh.
Being a narcissist, being manipulated, being gaslighted.
Yeah.
And because we wasn't healed, we allowed all of that because we didn't do what we needed to work on.
It could be a people-pleasing thing. It could be a thing where you have abandonment issues. You didn't want to let this person go. You come up with excuses as to why certain things is happening, or you excuse their behavior when you know that it's a negative behavior, or you can feel that it's bad because you feel bad inside. So that is your indication that something is wrong or something needs to be addressed or talked about. But to sit back and allow someone else to run your relationship or run your life or your emotions, that is a sign that, you know, you need to do the work with yourself and take responsibility and take, you know, have accountability for the part that you played. Even if it was submissive, even if it was passive, that's still your part.
Yep. Because one of the biggest problems is that everybody just think they love themselves. They think they love themselves because I'm going to go with manicures, I'm doing self-care, I'm getting my massages, I'm taking care of me. But that ain't self-love, because that's just I'm going to say, that's just self-care. I wouldn't say that's actually loving yourself, because once you really, thoroughly 1000% love yourself, there's a whole lot of stuff that you're not going to go for, because you're going to know that you're worthy of so much more. So whether you got to sit in that season of being single or being alone or whatever you got to do, you're going to be willing to be patient through that time, because you know that you're worth much more than settling for something that you're not even doing to your own self. So a lot of stuff you won't allow when you really, really love yourself.
And also, hurt people. So if you felt the hurt that someone, you know, might have did to you, you don't want to put that on the next mate that come your way, because it could be a very, very great relationship, but you came into it unhealed. So a lot of issues that could have been avoided, you're probably bringing them there. Also, if you're unhealed, a lot of times you attract those people who's going to still bring out those things in you, or that you are attracted to this person because of that reason. Like, I felt abandoned, so, you know, I have abandonment issues, so I find a lot of people who are unavailable or who leaves. The most important thing is just loving on yourself for an extended period of time. Sometimes it go on longer than what you would hope. 3 months, and then you're going to put 3 months in, 6 months in, and a lot of times that's not even nowhere near the amount of work you need to put in.
Right, because you have to understand that it took years to build you in the person that you are.
Right.
So it's going to take double that amount of time to get you out of those.
Get you out of the woods.
Yeah, it's gonna take some time to get you out of it. And sometimes y'all gotta be willing to accept being single. You don't always have to be in a relationship.
It's true.
Sometimes that's what messes us up. We keep jumping from relationship to relationship because we feel like we gotta be with somebody. But that time by yourself is very, very crucial, and we all need. It's vital. We all need it.
Yeah, and just this is not to say that, you know, what Naya said. It's not to say that because it takes long to heal doesn't mean that you won't be ready for the next person. You can be ready and not be like 100% healed from your past, because the person that comes in also is going to still have their own issues. Nobody is perfect, but you will learn how to self-regulate your emotions. You won't be pushing it on them. So you want to get to a point where you feel like you are emotionally healthy, and where you feel like when these emotions do arise, you know how to deal with them. You know how to self-regulate. You know how to get yourself back into a space where it's healthy and you can talk to your mate in a healthy way. You can fully love them and accept their love back in return. You're not pointing fingers. You're not making them out to be the bad guy. You realize that you're doing those type of things, and whomever you're dating, that is a sign that you still need to do the work. Right.
And another thing you gotta understand is that you're never gonna be 100% healed. We're always healing because life is gonna always be lifing. So it's gonna always be something we have to heal from.
Yeah.
And sometimes, as long as you're doing the work and you're making the effort, sometimes when you do meet that next person, they help you along your healing journey, and they make you more excited and encouraged to do the healing work because you want that relationship to work.
Yeah.
And because they're probably healed, it balances out each other, where you're still able to continue to work. So we never gonna be 100% healed, but it's always good to do the healing as much as we can.
Yeah. Yeah.
For our personal selves. Yep.
Yep. So I think we
That's a wrap,
Yeah, I think we left you guys with a lot of things you could take away from this. Overall, I would say the most important thing, again, is the self-love part.
Yep.
The genuine self-love part.
Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, share the page, and we thank you guys for joining us on our first episode of Virgo Healing.
Thank you.
We know.
I like it, I want it, I got it.
I charge my crystals in a full moon.
I want it, I got it.
I get everything I want 'cause I attract.